Hey guys, this is a quick work in progress update on my Kotobukiya Berserk Fuhrer. As you can see, the weathering's all done, so I'll talk a bit about how I did that and what's still coming.
Robo Shop.
First of all, I have to apologize for this video being basically a photo gallery. I was originally going to make a workbench commentary video, but then I ran into so many problems that I just couldn't do it. First, the top coat didn't turn out right, and then you wouldn't believe the stuff that happened when I tried to do the final assembly. Let's just say that I really should know by now that you have to work around Kotobukiya's tight parts fit when you paint their kits, and I thought I had, but, well, there's a metal rot in one of the ankles now. Anyway, I didn't really want to go balls out with the weathering here, so I really just did the same thing as on the PG Strike. First, I did some chipping with Tamiya gunmetal and Citadel Mournfang Brown, just along the edges where I thought it made sense. This is just painted on with a small brush. The second step was to do some vertical rust streaks with streaking grime and light rust from Vallejo, just here and there where I had added brown to the chips to suggest the effects of corrosion. I used the streaking grime for the first time here, and this stuff is sort of a greenish color that looks like what you sometimes see with rust, and by doing the streaks first with this and then with light rust, I got this really nice effect. And finally, I dry brushed some Tamiya flat black around places where there's exhausts and thrusters. You'll notice this exhaust grill or whatever on the leg here looks glossy. That's because I airbrushed it separately, then added it at the very end and dry brushed some black on it without top coating. That concluded the weathering, so I sealed everything in with a gloss coat and then did a gunk wash with Starship filth from Abteilung 502. Every time I do this, I hate doing it and I hate having to wait about a week for the paint to dry, but it's just totally worth it. Look at the shading I got on the tail here, for example. You can't do that with a pin wash, or well, I can't, I don't know. Well, and then it was finally time to matte coat it all and put it together. What you're looking at here is the final pose that I've had in mind from the start. I may or may not still open those CPC fins on the tail. That actually turned out to work just fine after painting, probably because there's an internal mechanism that's not visible and that I had the good sense to leave mostly unpainted. Anyway, as I've talked about before, what's next is that I'm kit bashing a weapon backpack centered around the big Dark Horn Gatling gun. Right now, I'm trying to figure out a way to scratch build an ammo belt because I don't like the rubber one that the Gatling gun comes with, but it's turning out to be harder than I thought. We'll see. Either way, I needed to have this kit completely assembled before I could really start thinking about exactly what the backpack's going to look like, so now that that's done, I can start throwing some parts together. Apart from all the problems I ran into today, I'm pretty pleased with how this is coming along. I think I've mentioned this before, but I'm particularly happy with the pre-shading. I've never left it this intense before, but I kind of thought with the weathering and the gunk wash it would look just right in the end, and well, it looks exactly like I wanted, and that always feels good. Anyway, that's it for this one. It's going to be a while still until this build is finished, but I'm working on some smaller stuff on the side, so I'll have something else to show you guys soon, I hope. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Please feed my ego by leaving comments and clicking all the clicky things, and I'll see you in the next one.